and I have worked on this before a long time ago. Yeah. Thank you everyone for being here. It's great to see everyone out here. I work with a women's group and we have monthly meetings, and I always say, we ask that we be citizens, not spectators. And obviously you are citizens, you're not spectators tonight. We really appreciate you being here. I also want to thank the people that are running for office, each and every one of you. I don't think we're here just for ourselves, but for the community. And so even whatever happens in the end, I think we should probably have a committee of all of these members here that have expertise and the ability to do it. Just to tell you briefly, for those of you who don't know me, I was born in Horry County. My DNA is here. My parents, my grandparents grew up in Horry County and lived here most of their lives. My father was military and we traveled the world. I came back when they were elderly to take care of them. I went to school around the United States and I worked around the United States. Since I've been back in Myrtle Beach, I've been actively involved in organizations that exist to improve the lives of our residents, our businesses, and families. Unfortunately, the government closest to the people spends so much money. We're in debt up to our eyeballs, and yet life is not better or easier or more affordable. I owe it to my fellow citizens to do all the correct things, to correct the wrongs. So it's time to step out of the press box and onto the fields and work to bring back responsible local government. As I've worked in these monthly meetings with my friends, we've had a lot of people from around the state talk to us in different avenues of government, legislature, and they always say, clean up your backyard. You don't have much that you can do for Congress or to stop Congress or work on the Constitution through Congress, but clean up your backyard and get your yard intact. For 30 years, I worked in strategic planning and turnaround management. We look at the gold standards and best practices on how to do the things that we're trying to do here to work with the crime and the debt. And although it is impossible for a single council member to make the kind of sweeping changes that I believe we must make to survive and thrive, I will work overtime to vote against wasteful spending, vote for increased public safety that we all know that we need. If you look around the world, if you look in the United States and you look at the different states, it's shocking what people are living through, and we don't want that for Myrtle Beach. I will vote against rampant destruction of our beautiful environment, the very thing that brought us here and keeps us here. I will vote to hire only the best, most qualified employees for every position. I will vote to encourage more voters to participate in the elections. We have very poor turnout. That's around the state as well as in Horry County. We should have 90% turnout in our voting for people. We should spend more time doing that, and thank you for being here and leading us in that. We should also move to elections to even-numbered years, so we're not on the off cycle. I think that's why we have such poor turnout for municipal elections. It's because we're not voting when the masses are voting. Also, possibly move to numbered districts and moving our elections to even-numbered years, as I said. Vote to hold our meetings in full public view at the convenience of the public, not just ourselves. I think communications is a really important, it's a vital aspect of business and government. We need to communicate with our residents more, not just be a council that meets once a week and nobody pays attention to it, because a lot of it is in executive session so I need to pull out of so much executive session. I would try to work on crime to reduce the crime in the city and to go to a debt-free, zero-based balance budget. And function under America free market enterprise and reduce the bureaucratic restrictions and zoning issues that it makes it so difficult for our businesses. I will have a website out next week. We're in the process of doing it. It's bellamyformyrtlebeach.com. It will be live next week. And once again, thank you for coming, and hopefully we'll have more of these.